Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It is the 8th day of March, 2022. I hope you're healthy and safe today. I hope your family is also healthy and safe. And I hope the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field and those that are the first responders trying every day to save lives. And those that pick up garbage for us to keep streets and sidewalks clean. And double blessings on the men and women trying to help deliver, rescue, recover the boys and girls, the children, teenagers, and adults who are the victims of pornography and child pornography. The victims of prostitution and child prostitution. The boys, the girls, the teenagers, and the adults that are the victim of human trafficking and sex slavery. The children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. And double curses on the perverts, the profiteers, the perpetrators that traffic in this human misery. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. 600,000 men, women, and children are on the streets of the United States today with no roof over their head. And there's millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night. The New York Knicks played a back-to-back, the second night of a back-to-back. Mitchell Robinson was sick. And because of that, I feel like it contributed to him getting in early foul trouble. They did not have Obi Toppin. They do not have Derrick Rose. They do not have Kemba Walker. Last night, the Knicks, I put it this way, that was the game. If I was to tell you that was the game, and Tom Thibodeau was quiet for most of the game, how would you think that went? A few weeks ago, I put a video out and I said the best is yet to come. Some of y'all remember that? Maybe I'll put it in the description box. But anyway, last night, the Knicks were down 19. Going into the third quarter, they turned it around. See, normally, in these normal situations, and matter of fact, I think it was the Phoenix game. Was it the Phoenix game? Or was it the game before that against Philly? One of those games. Cam was doing his thing, and Tom Thibodeau subbed out Cam for Evan Fournier. Right? And everybody was scratching their head about that because it was a dumb move. So that's the norm as in the losing streak. You know, the Knicks have been up 20. And some dude that hardly ever goes off, some rookie, some cat from the bench has a career night. Opposing team comes back and we lose. This has been the story for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight losses. Okay? And then the change was made. I mentioned to y'all the other day that Worldwide West, Leon Rose, and Allen Houston was in Los Angeles when the Knicks played the Clippers. And I mentioned to y'all, like, they represent HR, right? You don't never want to get a call from HR. You know, it's the only time you want to see HR is when you're hired. You don't want to talk to them after that. Because if they meeting with you, if they're all the heads of HR meeting with you, it's usually not good. Okay? Usually not good. All of a sudden, against LA, Deuce McBride is in the rotation. And he played 18 minutes. And the Knicks win. The third quarters, which are always the Achilles heel, that's the third quarters when people start to come back. Against the Clippers, Reggie Jackson started that mess again. And then he got the deuce card, right? Shut down. Done. Then all of a sudden the Knicks come back. Then they go to Sacramento. Now, this is the thing I didn't mention it yesterday because I didn't want to start off with an excuse, but the second night of a back-to-back, Okay, the Knicks were tired. This is a game they would get blown out. Here's Mitch Rob. He's sick. The only reason Sabonis went off like that in the first quarter is because Mitch Rob was not himself. I'm just going to say he wasn't. You could see it. He just wasn't himself. I was hoping he wasn't hurt, but we found out later he was sick. And hopefully it doesn't spread through the team, because that's why Taj was out for a few games, because he was sick. Not COVID related, but like a, cold, sickness, flu type thing. So apparently he was out. And so, Sacramento started off like 14-4, something like that, and then spread the lead from there on all cylinders. And then he put in the second unit. Second unit, wasn't really dominating that second quarter, but what I did see was there was a fight there that you hadn't seen this whole season until this past weekend. There was a fight there. I mean, you could see they weren't going, Deuce, IQ, and I gotta give IQ props. He was more of a team player yesterday. He was looking for a shot because he needed to, and he had them. He wasn't forcing it like he normally does. He played to me, the game he played last night was his best all-round game this year. I know the stats, he had, he had 27 last night, so he did play good. But I didn't need the stats to see that, because you could see he just played a better all-round game last night. And I don't think it's any coincidence that when Deuce McBride and him play together, it's another level. It's another level on the defensive end. And that's the second night. And it was the night of a back-to-back. Even guys like Deuce and Cam would be tired. I mean, they're not used to playing these minutes on a back-to-back. But they came in there, man, and did their work. Defensively, the Knicks were out hustling. And the thing is that even with no Mitchell Robinson, I mean, we have 47 rebounds to their 40 rebounds. And we had 9 offensive boards to their 4. Because that's hustle. That's just that fight. Now, in the third quarter, you could see it. The lead was shrunk to 10, and then 8, then 6, and then all of a sudden, like it kept going 10, 8, 10, 6. The momentum was there. Like, if you look at Deuce McBride's, if you look at his, and don't worry, I'm going to get to Randle in a second. I ain't done yet. But if you look at Deuce McBride's stat line, 20 minutes, 1 of 2 from the field, 0 for 1 from the 3-point line, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. No. 0 blocks, 1 turnover, 5 personal foul, plus 8. You're thinking, man, he ain't do nothing. No, you had to see the game. What you saw last night was rookie year Marcus Smart. That what you saw. If you remember rookie year, all the way up to third year Marcus Smart. That's what you saw last night. The thing is, though, that's different about Deuce. So I'm going to tell you right now, he got offensive game. And I'm not even talking about what you saw in the G League. I'm talking about he got offensive game. He just needs time to mesh with these minutes. When's the last time he got, 18 and 20 minutes in back-to-back games? But the thing is I liked about it, he came off the bench right behind Quickly. Like, he subbed Quickly in, then he subbed Deuce in. And man, I'm telling you, it's no coincidence. And then, of course, because him and Quickly was together, Quickly gets 27, 10 of 11 free throws, 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, 7 of 10. I don't think Quickly has been this efficient in a minute. I mean, he's had big scoring games, but he's usually not very efficient. He was efficient last night. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers, plus 10. He was very efficient. He wasn't just chucking last night. And a couple of times, if you notice, Deuce was at the point of attack, initiating the offense. And speaking of the point of attack, we have not had this type of defense at the point of attack. Dang. I mean, Frank used to do that, but the problem with Frank, he was injury prone. He's not tough. I have to say, I mean, I'm not going to diss Frank. I still love defensive players. That's what caused me to be attracted to Frank Ntilikina in the first place. But he wasn't tough. This daggone Deuce McBride is tough as nails. He got smacked in the face last night. They was bumping him, bowing him. That cat is rough, man. And he's going to get better. And the Knicks are going to get better. And I did that video a couple of weeks ago, and I told y'all the best is yet to come. And I said, why? Why? Because when they start playing the kids, typically going to get the best out of the kids. Now, Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish hurt himself last night. Hopefully, I don't know. They didn't give us the report. I hope we find out today. But man, that was an ugly fall. I mean, and how did he do it? He was getting ready. He swatted. Whose shot was that? Was that De'Aaron Fox? I think he sent that thing flying, and he rose. He was up in the air. I think his head was level with the rim when he swatted that ball, and then he came down like straight on his shoulder and head. I was very concerned, for his health. But it looked like his shoulder caught, his head hit the ground hard, and he was rubbing his head, but his shoulder also. So I'm hoping he's okay, man, because this, for his own health, but we need him. We finally got a rotation. If he is hurt, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Obi soon, So we got backup, and Grimes too. But I want to see Cam Reddish out there. Jericho Sims, he's a rookie, but the energy he brought, he was there. See, this is Sabonis. Sabonis is an all-star. Okay? Double machine. And then, this is the thing. Randle, right? 46. And then it was efficient. Like 18 of 31, 8 of 16 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 10 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block, one turnover. That's it. Plus 18. And you know what? This is the thing. First off, I want to say the offense was flowing through RJ. From the opening tip, offense was flowing through RJ, especially in the first unit. Second unit, though, it was Quick and Deuce. All right. But the first unit, it was RJ. And the difference now, couple things. Number one, when the offense flowed through Randle and he was off, the Knicks were in trouble. Okay. Because he would be taking three because Tom told you take the next one's going to go in, and he'd be taking bad shots and turning the ball over. And it would y'all know, it would just be ugly, right? But when it's flowing through RJ recognizes Randle hot, gets him the route, and still does what he does. RJ had 29, 11 of 21, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 4 of 4 from the line, 8 boards, 6 assists. That's RJ. And that 6 assists led the team last night. Why? Because when the ball flows through him, he's going to make the right play because his IQ is high. Okay. That's what I'm telling y'all. He's going to be a better version of Jimmy Butler. I told y'all. And so this is what you're seeing now. Now with him now having the initiation of the offense, and then of course being now his third year, still only age 21 and dominating. Now you have all-star level RJ running your offense. And now Julius is the second option. And then last night, when them threes started falling, when it started raining threes, there was one play. It wasn't even a three that to me showed something was going on, because he dribbled the length of the court. And he don't do that much anymore. Thank goodness, because he usually turns the ball over. But he dribbled the length of the court, put it behind his back, went strong against Sabonis, whole length of the court, and didn't turn it over. And I said, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. And then he started raining threes. And now, second thing I wanted to bring up about Julius. Berman reported that he did not come to camp as in shape as he was the year before in his contract year, right? But what you remember from last year is as the year went on, him and the Knicks got better, right? He got stronger as the year went on. Well, it looked like he's in Mitch Rob's situation. He's now getting into the shape he was last year. With you combine that with the ball flowing through RJ, and now you're playing kids. So now you got last night Quickly, McBride, Reddish, Barrett. They all played significant roles and Sims. They all played significant roles in last night's win. Okay. And you still got Grimes, and you still got Obi. Okay, so I can't help but think, where would we be if Tom Thibodeau had woken up, like the first time he benched Kemba? If he had woken up then, and we didn't have Reddish, but he could have been playing McBride. I can't help it. Anyway, I told you in that video a couple weeks ago, you're going to get the best coaching at the tips right now. You're going to get it right now because this is what's going on. So now, Burks, he played a good floor game. I mean, he was plus 24, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He played 36 minutes. He was not good shooting, 2 of 9. But, I mean, he did hit a big 3 at one point when we was making our run. So I will give him that. Like I said, Mitch Robb was sick. Sims got in foul trouble early. And this is why you have a Taj Gibson. You do not start Taj Gibson. You do not put him in your rotation at age 36. But on a night like that veteran experience, that veteran leadership, that know what to do, what not to do when you're on the floor, that's what you do. Okay? And so he played 26 minutes last night, but he was plus 16, but the smart play, the tough defense, that's where you bring a vet like that. That's where you get. You don't get him playing in front of kids all the time, but when you need him, that's where you have a veteran. That's what you do. Okay. You don't depend on him to get you to the playoffs, but you depend on him when a situation like this happens. You got foul trouble. You got somebody sick. You need him to step in and be efficient. There he is. That's him. Clockwork. Okay. Clockwork. PS 67 clockwork this cat. Okay. So that's what I mean. This was the best win of the season to me. Coming back, and the catalyst was the game against the Clippers. And like I'm saying, y'all ain't gonna believe me, but I'm telling you, the difference is McBride and Reddish. The stats don't even tell you that, but it is. Even though Reddish has 17 tonight, the difference is those two cats. You put them in there. Because we haven't had this season, like I said, we haven't had a consistent lockdown defender at the point of attack. And I'm trying to remember who the last guy was that was really playing regularly. I can't count Frank because he was always hurt, but I can't even remember was it Charlie Ward? I don't even know. The last lockdown defender we had at the point guard position. Ooh, I can't even tell you. I can't even think of anybody right now. I'm trying to think of who. I mean, I don't even know. But now we have one. Okay. Deuce was disrupting their offense. He put Fox on lock. When Fox was going off, that was that dude. Him and Barnes would have been those dudes that would cause them to come back and dominate us. Not last night. Put Deuce in there. Fox got a couple layups, but everything was hard. Everything was tough. Nothing was easy. He wasn't giving an inch. He was guarding brothers 94 feet. Okay. I like how this team is looking, yo. I'm telling you, with this, I told y'all, expect the best now. Now, is it too late? That's a sad thing. But one game at a time. I like the way this team is looking. Dallas, I think Dallas has won 5 straight. And they're 8-2 in their last 10. So this is not going to be easy on Wednesday night against Dallas. And we got to see who's available between Reddish and Obi and Grimes. We got to see who's available because, that's the big question mark. And I would not count on Mitch being available. I mean, we could use him up, obviously, but I would not count on him being available because this sickness, I remember it knocked out Taj for a couple of games, but then this is a contract year for Mitch. So he might be there, Wednesday. This is a contract year. So he might be there Wednesday. He might, load up on fluids in Dallas today and he might be ready to play Wednesday. So, if we can get, a half of a game from Mitch, I think that would help a lot, against Dallas. Luka Doncic, now people use this term very loosely and it's disrespectful to me. The term generational talent. Like I said, there's no real generational talent in this draft. When I say generational talent, think Luka Doncic. He's a generational talent. What is that? What do I mean by that? At age 18, he's leading teams to championships, right? He comes to Dallas at age 19 or 20. And this is the type of guy that not only can he lead your team to the promised land, you give him any 4 dudes and you're a playoff team with him on your team. That's the generational talent, okay? Any 4 dudes in the NBA and you got a shot at the playoffs with him. And if you give him decent players, he can lead you all the way, okay? That's Luka Doncic. That's a generational talent. That's LeBron James. That's Luka. That's generational type talent right there. That's what you're talking about. Magic Johnson comes to the league at 19, wins the chip. That's what you're talking about. Okay. That's a generational talent. They're not that many of them. You get them once every 5-10 years. So that you don't get them like that all the time. But Luka is that. And so long as they got him and he's on a streak right now, this is not going to be easy. This is where you're going to need your Deuce McBride. This is where you're going to need him. You know how Frank Ntilikina used to give Luka Doncic fits. See, again, problem with Frank, I mentioned him a lot today because we finally got a defensive guard that could guard the point of attack that's tough as nails, that ain't soft, that ain't going to have a hamstring or a groin when you need him to be playing. Remember though, Frank used to drive Luka crazy, okay, with that 7-foot wingspan. Now the thing is about McBride, he's only like 6'1.5", 6'2", 6'1". I think at the combine they measured him at like 6'1.5" to 6'2" in that. He wasn't quite 6'2", but he got his 6'9" wingspan. Have you seen his hands? Like he holds the ball like it's a grapefruit. Dude's got shovels, baby. And like I said, boy is tough like a football player because he played football. It's tough. So we're going to need him against Luka. We're going to need everybody. Okay. We can't depend on Randle getting 46 a game, but I like the formula that they got right now with the starting unit running the offense through RJ Barrett and letting him decide where the ball should go. He's going to make the right play usually. He threw a bad turnover. In fact, the play that Reddish got hurt on, RJ threw a terrible pass. That was a bad turnover by RJ. And Reddish was chasing down I think it was Fox that had the ball. He was chasing him down, and that's what caused the injury. So RJ does, he only had 3 turnovers all night, but that was an ugly one. But usually good things happen when RJ has the ball and he's running it. Offense is running through him. So this is going to be interesting against Dallas. I love how the Knicks are playing right now. There's a shot they can make the play in. Don't be surprised if they go on a run. I would not be surprised if they go on a run right here. But the thing that's amazing of all of that is if they start to run on the road. We're going to see. I'm going to paraphrase and kind of twist up a Bible verse right here. The Knicks are doing unto others as it hath been done unto them. That's what's going on, y'all. They doing unto others as it had been done unto them. Last night, they came back from 19 down and won the game by 16 going away. Okay, so we're going to see Dallas on Wednesday night. I was going to do Chet Holmgren today, but no, not today. We have to do that maybe tomorrow. But the Knicks playing really good ball right now, so we got to focus on New York. We can't expect Julius to get 46 a night, but I'm expecting RJ to have the ball in his hand every night. And if that's the case, we're in good shape. Okay. RJ's playing really, he's averaging like 29 a game in the last 5 or 6 games. He's averaging over 22, 23 since, the first of the year. So this kid is going up levels. And if we do make the play, like last year, they focused on Julius, right? They locked up Reggie Bullock, and that was the offense. Well, this year they can focus on RJ if they want to. We got some other things going on now. Okay. So y'all enjoy your Tuesday. It's a happy day. Indeed it is. The Knicks have won 2 of their last 3 on a road trip, a West Coast road trip. They're doing good, man. They're doing good. So Wednesday, Dallas, I think it's 8 o'clock game. Let's gonna see what happens, man. We're gonna see what happens. I'm liking our chances. I'm liking our chances. Meantime, y'all be safe out there. Shalom.